3 people.
She's actually going to go to Madison, kind of link arms with Madison and say, "So Madison, tell me all about your fun times with Steven."
Well, so far it's been very eventful, apparently.
The story of our lives.
Did you guys just pass plates, like Arceus plates, like it was, not a big deal just now? Like, oh yeah, this happens.
Explaining.
We found them.
So, what's going on now?
Privately.
Go get her Grimer, and then you're all invited to her apartment if you want.
We need to talk.
Yeah, let's do that.
Talking's gonna be good.
Hey guys, sorry. Okay. Stay with Ezra. Drags him to the side. Okay. We still really need to talk. But my other family, jerks her head back toward their standing, also really needs me tonight.
Okay.
Just stay safe, and that academy creeps me out. And I can't explain more than that right now. Pulls him into a hug. If I get tight tonight, I'll come over. If not, I will come over tomorrow.
All right. Thank you, I guess. Ezra, say goodbye to Aunt Tiffany. Bye.
Tiffany drop down, pull Ezra into a tight hug. You grow up and be a good big brother, okay?
Okay. Good big brother.
Exactly. The best. Gets up. Okay, Kettle, we gotta go. Say goodbye.
He was surprised that the trick-or-treating is ending so quickly, but he'll wave at them and then look up at her, kind of confused.
I know. Bro, have Flair with you in a ball. Just keep it at the ready. Weird stuff's going down tonight.
Everyone, roll a perception. 16 or higher will notice that there is a child that is wandering around trick-or-treating with a Jangmo-o. It's dressed up as a herdier, but with that perception you can tell it's a Jangmo-o. And Molly, you can tell that the kid that is with the Jangmo-o is Dimitri. And the kid has, a trick-or-treat bag and seems to be with 2 other kids that are also trick-or-treating. And they seem to be heading towards a specific direction. Like they're actually skipping houses. Like even though there's definitely a lot of houses along the street, they're skipping houses and going to a specific direction.
Yeah, so Molly will kind of let the group know. That's Dimitri. So what should we do?
Well, you're our ninja, aren't you?
Follow them?
Well,
Lewis says, turning back towards Anne.
You know what? Yeah, I had kind of a connection with that Scales there, so here. I'll be right back. Yeah, she's actually gonna hop onto Bullet, fly ahead a little bit and land, and then start walking back in the direction that they're coming.
And by this point, your other half knows that Jefferson has made it to the gym and is now hanging out at the ball. So you know where he is currently and where he will be for a while. So if you want to make your astral projection, if you want to dismiss that projection and make another one to follow the child, if you want, you can.
Yeah, she's going to dismiss that one and then redo her thing and follow after where Molly's going, but but so that people don't notice that there's a ghostly figure following Molly around.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So did Molly notice that they were walking past the houses, like not stopping?
You'll notice that. Yeah.
Okay. So she's actually gonna send Bullet back to the group, and then she's gonna move to the side. She's gonna move to the side of the path that they're taking, and she's actually gonna turn into a plant.
Okay. Nice.
Yep. So
and are you gonna be following them as a plant?
No, at first she's just gonna keep an eye on them. She's gonna go to the side. Okay. She's gonna just be a plant, and then just watch them.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're gonna continue walking. And if you want to keep following them, you can.
Yeah, she'll break the illusion, walk after them a bit.
Is it to be assumed then they're not talking about anything significant?
They actually seem to be relatively silent, which is weird for kids in Trick or Treat. Relatively silent. And then, and as you are following these kids, you will notice that they are actually coming up to a relatively nice looking house. And on the mailbox of the house is Constant. The kids will go right up to the front door and will knock. The kids will hold out their bag and will say, "Trick or treat to the Punkaboo beat." Cecilia Constant actually answers the door, and she is dressed as a cherub. It's actually a really nice outfit because cherubs, when it's not sunny day, they look like they're like draped. So she's got this big cape, and when the cape is shut, it's like when it's draped over her, it looks like a cherub that has not bloomed. And then when she opens the cape up, it shows like the full bright cherub. Of course, she would have an extravagant costume like that. But anyway, she when they say trick or treat, she's about to give them candy, but then they say Punkaboo beat, and then she drops the candy bowl, and then she turns around and takes another bowl, and she looks around, and then she puts capsules into their bag, and then Cecilia Constant puts the bowl away, and then the kids look at the bag, and then they nod, and then will run off with the candy in their bag. We'll say that both Anne and Molly see this.
The astral projection, if anybody notices, looks like she's like seething.
Yeah. Okay.
What's wrong, Annie?
The woman at the door is handing out pills.
I will kill her. I'll not kill, but...
So it wasn't Jefferson?
What wasn't Jefferson?
The supplier.
It wasn't. He was associated with it, but wasn't the supplier.
Associated? How so?
What made your group think that it was Jefferson?
He saw it.
That would be me. I saw... This is better explained in a private. This is really
if
not...
she's handing pills to kids, explain it right now.
It's okay, Steven. It's okay, Steven. We can tell them.
Just this... We are outside.
Molly will turn back. Molly will turn back to the astral projection, Annie, and she's still hiding in the bushes near the house, and she asks the projection, "Did you tell the group?"
Just told them. The astral projection says.
Yeah.
What? Should we do anything?
We should talk to the group first, get a game plan.
While this is happening, the kids are getting further and further away. Just so you know.
Chase is getting very close to Steven right now. He's like, what about Jefferson? What about the pills? What just happened? Annie, if you can hear me, explain it very quickly.
Molly's gonna follow the kids.
The Annie back at the group says the woman at the Constant house that opened the door, the kids said trick or treat, but also some kind of code word or something. And
What was the code word?
it was out of character. Was it trick or treat to the pumpkaboo beat? It was trick or treat to the pumpkaboo beat. That was the code. And then the woman, instead of handing out candy, handed out some pills.
Chase sprints away from the group down the direction that other Annie and Molly snuck into. His movement is extremely high.
Okay.
Significant pills? Because it feels like there's
pills.
not telling us.
Pokerus pills.
It spreads Pokerus? I don't understand your reference.
Yes, it gives to Pokemon Pokeras. But if what I have seen comes true, it's not going to be just Pokeras. It's going to be called P-Virus. A zombie outbreak.
Okay.
Zombie.
Alright. Good time. Starts after Chase. She doesn't have enough movement, so I'm probably catch her.
Molly, you're gonna get it to the kids. And you can catch up to them if you want to.
Yeah, she's gonna catch up and she's gonna say, "Oh, hey kids!
They gasp.
Happy All Hallows Eve. I seem to have lost all my candy though. You mind if I have some of yours?"
We don't have very much candy, and we shouldn't talk to strangers. Dimitri says.
Oh, but I'm not a stranger. You remember me, right?
The kid's like avoiding eye contact.
Oh hi, Scales. How are you? And she kneels
Scales
down
is
and
Scales is
scratches
like excited to see you.
So how are you kids tonight? Are you having fun? Getting a lot of candy?
The kids are like saying yes.
Oh, what's wrong? You don't want to share?
Dimitri starts to like break out crying. I'm sorry.
We've had this discussion before, haven't we, Dimitri?
I'm sorry, he says.
You kids don't really have candy, do you?
They shake their heads.
I know you guys want to make your Pokemon strong, but trust me, this isn't the way to do it, okay?
He says, it's not for our Pokemon.
Oh yeah?
Mommy needed money.
And how is she gonna get this money?
If we give this to the man, he'll give us money.
What man?
He says, the really scary rich man.
The really scary rich man, huh? What kind of scary rich man?
He says he's waiting for this candy so he can give us money. Near the gym.
Oh, really? Near the gym?
Mm-hmm.
Which gym?
Cerulean gym. They're waiting.
They're waiting, huh? Well, if they need this candy, how about this? I can take the candy to them, and then you don't have to see the big scary man. How about that?
But he won't give us money.
How much money do you need?
He says, he shrugs. I don't know. Mommy said just take the money and bring it back home.
Do you know how much money you usually get from him?
He shakes his head. Enough to eat.
Enough to eat. And Molly will kind of kneel down and she'll say, I really know what it's like to be really hungry and not have enough money.
I'm hungry all the time.
I know what that's like too.
I wanted to make my Pokemon strong before, because if I can win the Pokemon League and be a Pokemon Master, we can use the money to eat.
Well, I'll tell you what. And Molly gets out her wallet. She's gonna give the kid you said there's 3 kids?
Yeah.
Okay, is it just Dimitri?
Dimitri's the one that's only been talking. The other 2 kids seem to be really shy and quiet. They're not saying, but they seem very ashamed as well and upset.
She's gonna get out her wallet. She's gonna pull out 15,000 Pokebucks.
Wow.
She's just holding it for now, and she says, "This should last you. This should last you a little while. But if you need help, you can talk to the Jennies. They can help you get some groceries at a food bank or something, okay?"
Mommy said if we go to the food bank, it says that we're not strong enough to take care of ourselves.
Sometimes you need help. Okay? There's nothing wrong with accepting help, all right?
Okay. He's
Trust me.
wiping his eyes.
Trust me, I know how hard it is, but if there's help available, then there's no shame in taking it.
He'll he'll nod his head. And then he'll very slowly give you his sack of candy.
Mm-hmm.
And then the 2 other kids will also give you the sack of candy.
Yeah, and she'll give them each 5,000 Pokebucks. Now, you keep that safe, okay?
Okay.
Keep that safe. Keep yourself safe.
Scales is just happy to see you. He's doesn't even know what's going on. He's just happy to see you.
Yeah, she takes out some more berries, gives them to him. Here you go.
Thank you.
All right. Now go get some actual candy. None of this stuff. This is bad for you.
Okay. Dimitri and Scales and the 2 kids will then walk off.
Mm-hmm.
When the kids are out of sight, the projection Annie kind of goes up to Molly, kind of pats her shoulder. You did good.
Do my best. I'm glad I was here and not Chase.
Speaking of Chase, you're gonna see Chase and Tiffany making their way towards the Constant house, I think.
Probably. I don't know how far away the kid's at.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, where did Molly stop him?
We'll say that Molly can see you. Molly and the projection will see you guys as you're making way to the Kearney house. It's like a couple blocks away.
What?
Or not the Kearney, the Constant house, excuse me.
Okay. I was going to say.
What the Constant house is, though, is my question. Nice, he just took off running.
Sorry, what was that, Tiff? Petra.
What Chase Constance's house is?
No, he just ran down the street that Molly and Annie went.
Okay. So Tiffany's stops for Molly. Tiffany's just going to keep going.
Yeah, Molly's going to be walking back with the sack of capsules, and she's going to say, "Look, I got the capsules. The kids don't have them anymore. They're coming from that house. Let's go."
Runs right past you without breaking stride.
Are you going for the Constant house though right now, or where are you going?
Constance's house.
Mm-hmm.
She knows where she's going. She's been there. Shalbut grew up there at some points.
Chase will ask Molly, where was this going to?
They said there was a scary man at Cerulean Gym.
Scary rich man.
Scary rich man at Cerulean Gym.
Near the Cerulean Gym.
Near the Cerulean Gym, yeah. And they were gonna give this to them, give this to him. He was gonna give them money to take home to their family.
I have a feeling I know who it is, but I'm not gonna guess right now.
Annie, are you thinking that this is the Constant? This doesn't scary rich man. There's nothing scary about that guy.
No, but I know who is.
There's someone else?
It was a man I trusted. Thought was an innocent. But I was wrong. And the astral projection starts floating in the direction of the Cerulean City Gym.
Slows down, realizes it's just me. Looks down, I'm assuming you went with her?
Yeah, and I think Molly might go with you if she sees you going on.
She went way ahead. You guys were having your chat, so she kept moving. She didn't stop.
Never mind.
Looks at you. Okay, Cuddle Puddle. We're going in there. And we're going in there. Social faces on. Let's go. Marches up to door, knocks.
You hear the door opening, and as the door opening, you hear a voice say, My, we have an awful lot of trick-or-treaters today. Oh, Tiffany.
Hi.
What a surprise.
I was just talking to Jefferson about you the other day, and she's going to try getting in the doorway.
Tiffany, aren't you a little old to be trick-or-treating?
No, but it's fun for you, and he's only 3. Come on.
I see. Oh, yes. So, if you want some candy, I can let you have some, and you can be off on your merry little way. Jefferson's not here today.
Stepping in, trying to see around her. Does she see the bowl with the pills?
Roll a perception. Okay. So right now, Tiffany can see it, but it's on the floor, like right underneath where the table of the regular candy is.
Okay, yes. I'm going to use my coordinator power. Please re-roll.
Of course. There you go.
Yes, 27.
You can see it. Good
Much
boy.
Better.
Tiffany is going to gesture to you toward the bowl. She is going to put herself directly in front of Cecilia. So like I was saying, I was talking with Jefferson the other day about my mom.
He goes off in the direction of the bowl.
All right. And I'm sorry that I wasn't able to let him take you over to the ball today. I know you would have enjoyed it.
Oh, no, it's all right. I made plans with you. You know how it is. Anyway, so like I was saying, I was talking with Jefferson the other day.
Gets closer to the bowl.
You can get to it.
Okay, yeah, Lobel, that's some news on me. Got you.
So you're just going to chat and keep her distracted? Yeah.
She's actually going to tell Cecilia about the whole, Lobel thinks I'm not his. Do you know Wade?
There were rumors being spread, but I'm not the kind of person who would spread such rumors. I have a little bit more class than that.
True, but you're also one of the most bluntly honest people I know.
Oh, yes, I'm very bluntly honest, yes.
Got you. And your ruthlessness in the competition circuit. truly an inspiration.
Well, you have to do whatever works, my dear. You know that.
But who has he got the stuff into his bag?
Does he have a bag?
It looks.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah, it looks like he did. It looks like he did.
Okay, yeah, he's got it.
Tiffany, I'm very sorry to hear that you are having such a difficult time with your family, but I'm afraid tonight is not a good night for us to discuss this. How about tomorrow?
Would be a good night. Okay, I will see you tomorrow then. You have a terrific All Hallows Eve.
All right.
Hugster. Thank you so much. I know how important your friendship was to my mom. It always feels like we just always fight, and we shouldn't. You know, for my mom's sake.
Your mom was one of a kind. Yes.
She was.
I'm very sorry that we've lost her.
I've taken up way too much of your time. Come on, Bottle. Let's go see if we can find our friends. She's gonna leave.
Follow. He will follow.
Good boy.
As you are leaving within earshot, you are going to hear a woman scream out and say, "Tiffany Benoit, you come right back right now,
Pokeballs,
or I will call the police."
Pokeballs, you and runs.
Meanwhile, what is Chase doing? I thought Chase was trying to do something, and Anne was trying to do something.
Anne's projection is right on the way to the Cerulean City gym.
Is Anne going to relay anything with the rest of the group, with Noir and Cassie and them? Is she going to relay anything?
She kind of gives a recap of Molly taking care of the pills from the kids, and all the details surrounding that, as well as the detail of the scary rich man.
All right.
As well as a hinting at that she might know who it is.
All right. Should we go to the gym then?
Well, I mean, I think the simple solution is to call the cops in this case.
I agree.
I mean, tell them what house to go to. They'll go and find the evidence there. Tell them where to go to find the rich, scary man. Let them handle it, right?
We need to go to the gym. Stop it ourselves. That was the plan in the first place, right? Well, at least on our side.
Well, I think that if we can get the cops involved once we have proof, then yeah, that might actually be a good idea.
Yeah. When we get proof, we'll involve the cops. Until then, it's our responsibility.
Well, there's plenty of proof at the house, isn't there?
What?
I mean, according to you, they're giving out pills.
We can just tell the cops to pretend to be, one of their customers, I guess, and give them the password.
Yeah.
And then that'll catch them red-handed.
Yeah.
And then same with the guy at Cerulean. We just have them show up with the pills, and when the man accepts it and pays for the pills...
Yeah. We can record it.
Molly has
I don't think it needs to be recorded if it's a cop doing it.
Yeah, true.
So, do you want us to call the cops?
I should
go.
To
be fair, Anne, I think...
I should. Especially if I'm correct in who this is. I should be the one to get it.
We can make sure that we go there and not let anything happen, not let him leave. But don't you think that we should involve the cops anyway? I mean, there's no saying we can't be involved. We just don't have much power.
Yeah. Maybe I'll call Kyle, or you can call Nevi as we make our way over there. Then, please, something happens.
As long as I'm the one face to face with this guy, that should be a good plan.
Okay, let's get going then.
Could you call Kyle
Hey.
then?
Oh, yeah, sure. Call Kyle. Okay. Hey! We went trick-or-treating. Guess what happened?
Just to speed things up, you'll tell Kyle everything, and he'll say, we'll send some cops undercover to go to the Constant household and see if we can catch her giving out the Pokerus pills red-handed.
Yeah. And also the gym thing. Should mention that. It's like, don't want to spook them, but, you know, something goes wrong.
We're on it. Thank you, Noor.
No problem. Good luck with the All Hallows Eve festivities.
It's been very busy. You all are okay, otherwise?
No one's dead or injured yet, so...
Good.
Oh, good.
I'll be in touch. And you're going to get to the gym before anybody else. And you will see a truck. You will see a truck parked with one gentleman is in the driver's seat, and he seems to be like eating a burger or something and some fries in the driver's seat. I don't think you've ever seen this man before, but there is another man who is sitting outside of the open hatch of the truck, and you actually see some kids, teenagers, that have come up to the truck, and you see them handing over some bags to this guy, and then the gentleman, you know, pulls out a wallet, takes out a wad of bills, and gives it to the teenagers, and the teenagers like run off. You can see inside the truck there's like a couple of crates, and he takes the bags and then he puts the bags inside of the crates. You will recognize the man as Matthew.
She, well, since real me's not there, once the astral projection me sees that it's her father, her that's back with the group heading to the gym says, it's him.
Oh, great. The god that curses. I want to play it your way, Anne, but I don't know about the rest of the group.
What exactly is your way?
My way? Going in, asking some questions.
Do you want to tell them who it is? Or would you rather not?
They wouldn't believe me if I said right now.
Okay.
Okay, maybe if you promise, I'll promise to actually believe me. And believe me at my word. I'll tell you.
Your projection, by the way, is listening in on on Matthew Kearney, because he actually has his cell phone out. And it says, "Hello. Miriam, how's it going in there? Just keep Jefferson there a little bit longer. All right. Thank you, dear." He hangs up.
Meanwhile, back with the real Annie, she says, "It's my father."
No, I actually do believe that.
Guess just me that was surprised then.
It's not to say I'm not surprised.
If the Kearneys end up being caught being involved in this, I'm sure that Governor Kearney will get caught up in it as well.
But they need to be really caught up in this. If you compromise things, it could undo all of that.
I have backup evidence of other things.
And this is what you want to do? I mean, it's the right thing to do.
It's the right thing to do.
But then again, it is your parents.
They stopped being my parents a long time ago. Now they're just criminals.
Oh, I can't believe that. I think every parent has a chance to, redeeming themselves, says Cynthia. She kind of breaks the tension a little bit. I'm sure your parents love you in their own way.
And just kind of rolled. Yeah.
Hey, can we get maybe Madison, Cynthia, and Fabian clues to not come with us? Like, go somewhere safe?
That'd be a good idea.
I'm not leaving Steven.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, she says there's a lot of weird stuff going on, and quite frankly, I want to see how this all ends, especially if it involves the Kearneys getting the boot out of office. Would love to see that.
Okay then, if you want to.
For everyone.
Noir, do you want me to take them somewhere?
Yeah. I have more combat experience. If something goes down, I probably handle it.
So do I.
But you do quite well as well, so I trust you to protect them.
I will.
Thank you.
Alright, we'll keep in touch. Let me know what happened. And I'll see you guys later.
Fuck.
The group will arrive just outside of the gym, and you will see the truck that I was referring to. He's still there,
Yep.
Lewis says.
The real her kind of grabs the bags of pills that the kids had and kind of gives a two-fingered wave to everyone else and says, "Wish me luck."
Be careful.
Don't do anything unnecessarily risky.
I promise. And she turns and walks up to where she saw the truck and Matthew.
As you're walking up, you actually see a few more kids, middle schoolers, arrive and giving their candy bags to Matthew Kearney. He gives them more money, and he puts the bags into the crates.
And once the teenagers have their turn, she kind of walks up. Matthew might recognize the getup, but
I would say so. Matthew turns towards you, expecting another trick-or-treater. And he does see one, but this is a trick-or-treater he recognizes, and he, with a big shock, his face goes white, and he says, "Annie? What are you doing here?"
what would Mom say?
I beg your pardon?
What? Does Mom know you're doing this?
Annie, you're going to have to start making some sense.
You're right in the... You're buying pokerous pills off of children.
Matt sort of says, he gets into her and says, "Annie, we can talk about this at home. Go home."
Not until you make sense of what you've been doing here. What? All of it, all the artifacts, the documents, everything. This.
What do you know about Annie? What have you been doing?
I looked in the cellar. I saw...
You promised you would never do that.
I had to. There was an Arceus plate in there. It had to go... It had to be returned to rightful hands.
Annie, I need you to understand something. Everything that your mother and I have been doing this entire time was to make sure that this family reaches their full potential. Why is that such a horrible thing?
You're going against everything you taught Nevi and I. You told us to follow protocol, follow the law. That's exactly the opposite of what you're doing right now.
He says, "You're young, Annie. Things are more complicated than that. You'll understand when you get older."
I understand full well the things that many people have to do to survive out in the world. Sure, but to keep this all a secret from your own children, why didn't you at least tell us so we would learn from this? So that you could guarantee that Nevi and I don't end up doing this again.
Because there's no reason for the two of you to have to get your hands dirty as well. At least that's why I insisted to your mother. I didn't want either of the two of you to be involved in any of this stuff.
How did it all start?
Your mother and I, you know, were very ambitious people. It started when we became Pokemon champions together. I have to admit, success is an addiction, especially when you know the right ways of getting it. And sometimes when you fall short, you do desperate things to get yourself back on top. Right now, we had a bit of a complication over at the academy. I don't suppose you had anything to do with it, did you, Annie?
I'm not a thief. I'm not a criminal.
Well, somebody went and destroyed all of the... somebody went and destroyed all traces of the serum.
It was harmful stuff.
It was useful stuff.
Yes, but it hurt the people that it was the Pokemon they were used on.
It hurt the people who are not strong enough to be able to wield the power that they had properly.
And how do you explain all the fake documents? All that birth certificates, IDs. Are you even really Matthew Kearney? Were you something else? Someone else before?
I am your father, Annie. That's all you need to know.
Frankly, I used to think that you... I thought that you were above this, above using people. I expected this from Mom, but you... I kind of looked up to you. You were the better parent out of the ones I had. I mean, I'm just still trying to make sense of all of this.
I'm sorry to disappoint. I'm sorry that we are your quote-unquote test parents.
I'm probably not going to get any more.
It's best. Those secrets that were locked in that cellar was for your own good, for you and your own sister's good. There is no good that can come out of your knowledge of what happened with your mother and I in the past.
Maybe to learn from them, to not do better, to not do anything of that sort ever again in the future.
You already did that, Annie. You made your choice a long time ago not to walk the path that your mother and I gave you. And I respected that, which is why I supported you doing what you needed to do, leaving the academy, taking a job in the tattoo parlor. Even though your mother and I didn't agree with it, we let you walk your own path, as much as your mother tries to drag you back down the path again. You already decided.
I guess I have.
So what are you going to do in return? Are you going to let your mother and I continue walking this path? Or are you going to try to steer us away? Like your mother has been trying to.
So mom was the one that's trying to bring you away from that?
No, I already made my decision.
Things are starting to make a bit more sense to me now, I guess. Just this stuff in kids' hands, it could kill. It could cause so much damage. Have you even thought of that?
You can say that about many advances throughout history, Annie. There are a lot of things that have happened that had a risk. Good things that happened that had a risk. Bad thing as well. Yes.
This feels like too big of a risk to take with what this not only the serum but these pills.
The pills are merely going to be used to make a new serum. The only reason why we have gotten to this point is because we were painted into a corner. We're desperate now. We need these pills, and the supplier has been very gracious about allowing us an avenue of being able to acquire these pills. Something that I did not want you again to be involved with.
If I had a choice, I wouldn't have involved myself, but I've been swept into a lot of dangerous, crazy stuff lately.
Walk away, Anne. You don't need to add this to your crazy stuff list. We let you live your life, let us live ours. I am not under any illusions. I know that both of our daughters disowned us a long time ago, and that's fine. You walk your path and we walk ours.
Fine. You'll get what's coming to you soon. throws the bag to him, walks away.
Anne, what does that mean? Anne.
She just walks
Annie
away.
Kearney. Annie Kearney, after all this time, are you going to destroy this family?
I'm helping it.
Anne. He keeps yelling out your name. Annie. He keeps yelling your name even more, but you
Runs
just keep
back.
walking.
Does like a symbol to bring in the Jennies.
Okay. At that point, several police cars appear from all corners, and they basically have all the streets blocked off. And the Jennies take out their guns and they aim it towards the truck, and they says, "Matthew Kearney, hands up in the air, Matthew." And Matthew Kearney, with a very defeated look, but of a look of also contempt, he puts his hands up.
As she's walking away, she has a big smirk on her face, like, I'm so cool.
You are!
Why do people have bad parents?
Why do people so
many
many
bad
bad parents? Cynthia's a good parent. Cynthia's a really good parent. She loves Cassie. She's so proud of her.
Cassie's parents are both awesome.
Yes.
One's just dead and one's brainwashed, but, still.
Tiffany wants to believe Emerald was awesome. She doesn't know.
Well, that's more than Steven.
They are going to cuff... it's funny you say that, Steven. I'm going to get to you soon. They're going to cuff Steven. Not Steven. They're going to cuff...
Yeah, they're going to
Matthew. Read him his rights.
Was this the one?
Was this the one? And the aftermath of which we will explore in the next session, since we are running a little bit late. Noir, you're going to get a call from the Lieutenant Jenny saying that that they've just arrested Lady Constant as well. She was caught red-handed giving out more of the pills.
She had more pills. I thought you might. Okay.
Yeah, that's not all she had. She had more.
Awesome thing was that awesome. Gosh darn it.
This is a truck that has crates, so she had more than just the bowl. So crates. So, but Lewis will say, "Well, good job, guys. I think we just." Steven, do you think that was enough? Do you think that stopped the zombie apocalypse?
Even if that wasn't enough, I was cool.
I think we have
I was
avoided
awesome.
that. I think all the clues I got from my vision have been connected, so I think we are okay.
So, Annie, do you want me to delete this video? Because I just had it there just in case. Or would you like a copy? Your choice.
My family has a bad track record with keeping keepsakes, so I'd rather probably not.
No, delete.
Delete it. It'll come back to bite me eventually, maybe.
It's gone.
Cool. I'll have it up here. And she's kind of just beaming like, oh, this is so awesome. And she's actually kind of swaying a little bit and kind of shaking a little bit, kind of like how she was when she was 10 with Cassie.
So in the aftermath, Lewis will turn to Cassie, and Lewis, without saying anything, will hold out her hand to Cassie.
All right. Cassie, meeting Lewis's gaze, Lewis could probably tell that she doesn't think too highly of him/her, but she'll take their hand.
Good job.
You guys too.
Your group did good.
We always try.
So, like we said, if we ever find out the whereabouts of any of the plates, we'll let you know.
Can I ask about something else?
Sure.
Noir told us this story about where you came from.
Yeah.
Is that going to happen here?
No. Nothing like that ever again.
So, no such device exists?
Device?
I'm not misremembering, am I, Noir?
I really... I don't know what happened. I just noticed some weird thing happened and I broke it. It's because I didn't like what it was doing, apparently. It was killing things. I don't know the full extent.
All right. Well, if you, Lewis, have no idea what I'm talking about, then that's for the better. But if any of us happens to learn otherwise, there's going to be trouble. Okay?
Okay.
Lewis, if that's what you're going to be called by, is what you're doing right? Is it right?
I believe so. Do you believe what you're doing is right? Are you certain?
I'm never certain. It's too risky to be. I was certain a lot before, and that came back to bite me. But
I don't think any of you can afford to doubt yourselves. If you're doing something, then you have to commit to it and believe that what you're doing is right.
Thank you.
Noir, this won't be the last time. Unless you want it to be.
Oh, I have words I'm going to have with you whenever you feel up for it.
Yeah, I feel like I owe you that much.
Don't die. Okay?
You know me, Noir. I'm always okay.
You can't just keep always saying that. That's not always true. Try and take care of yourself. Stop doing what just everyone wants you. You put way too much pressure on yourself.
Fair enough.
Sorry.
Guess we'll be seeing you then.
Molly will actually approach Steven before they go. I just want you to know that I'm, with all the insanity that's happening, I'm trying to keep Elesea out of it as much as possible.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Well, she means a lot to us both. And I think we owe her that much, at least.
Yeah.
I'll see you around.
Yeah. I think we may meet.
Yeah, she'll hold out her hand to him.
Yep. Meet son.
Okay.
Steven, you're gonna call me, right?
Of course.
We still gotta finish talking about some of those other upgrades for Theta.
Yeah. That. Yeah. You know, if you want, we could go eat sometime together. If you want.
Oh? Really?
Well, yeah.
How about tomorrow?
I'll make sure I can do that.
Oh, we don't have any plans. Lewis says. You have any plans, Anne? No plans, right? Not with Steven.
Steven is looking at him like.
We got no plans tomorrow, Steven. You know, you can go ahead and have dinner. Everybody's got to eat.
You two have fun.
Always. Yeah, I can do that.
With that, Madison will lean in and she will give your cheek a kiss.
Okay. Well, listen, I'll see you tomorrow then.
Stay safe, Steven. You are one of the smartest people I know. But even despite your big brain, you've got a very big, even bigger heart.
Oh, Steven is bluffing really badly.
She'll give your hand a squeeze and then she'll wave goodbye as the group starts to leave.
Annie's gonna approach Cassie, and when she encounters Cassie, she's gonna go up to her and kind of give a pat on the shoulder. Says, "You're a good egg."
Glad someone thinks so.
You were probably one of the only people my sister and I had for a long time. It's good for her to have somebody besides me.
No, I mean, until I met these guys, I didn't have many people myself, so I get it. We should keep in touch.
Yeah, we should. She kind of takes out her phone. Exchange numbers?
Yeah, that sounds good.
They kind of trade phones and kind of entering in their contact info. Although when Anne enters her contact information, she's a little bit slow doing it. And instead of just saying putting in her actual name, Anne, she puts in an A and a little, there's probably like a Riolu emoji. She puts an A and a Riolu emoji instead of her name and gives it back.
Cool. Seeing that, she, can't help but like smirk and let out a little huff of a chuckle, and nod as she looks back up to Anne and say, "Flashy eyes, right?"
Yep. And maybe her eyes she's probably learned to do it on command by now. Do the flashy eye thing. She kind of flashes her eyes a little bit for a couple seconds. I've been practicing, see?
You're very good, Riolu. I've got to ask, though, how much does Nevi know?
I've as little about the big major life changing drastically parts as possible to keep her out of the big dangerous stuff.
So she doesn't know about any of this hero stuff you're doing?
I did tell her once about me getting caught up in a Team Rocket shooting once at the academy, but nothing where I was actually skilled at stuff.
And what about everything with your parents? You said you had more evidence against them. Does she know about all that?
She doesn't know, but she might eventually with the whole arrest thing.
All right. Well, I figure that's something more for you two to discuss than for me to bring up.
Yeah. Yeah. You treat her well, Cassie. And if you hurt her, I will hunt you down. And force palm you in the face. Promise.
No, if I hurt Nevi, I don't think I'd ever forgive myself. So, I think we're good there.
Right answer.
And she'll open her arms for another hug.
She accepts the hug a bit more enthusiastically this time.
Yeah, and this time there's no whispering. Of that nature, at least.
Ooh. No.
You know?
Ooh. All right. I mean, hey, both two sisters, I mean.
She's taken. She's taken.
Right.
Steven, it'll be that night. It'll be around 10 o'clock. You're exhausted, so it'll be a little bit after 10. And there will be a call on your phone.
Hello?
Steven, it's Elesea.
Oh, Elesea, what is it?
Is this a good time?
For you, of course.
With it being All Hallows Eve, sorry to lead with this, but with it being All Hallows Eve, I started thinking about Mom and Dad. Steven, there's something I have to tell you. It's something that I've been afraid to tell you for a very long time because I'm afraid if I tell you, you're gonna hate me.
What's this?
You mean so much to me, and we've just gotten so close over the years, and I guess I was just afraid to say something that I feel like you should know, but I just haven't been able to, and I'm about to go out and having fun, and I just couldn't go out and do that until I had a clear conscience.
I won't. Just calm down.
Steven, it's my fault that our parents are dead.
What?
It happened a few months before they died. I was in our parents' attic just going through some things, and I found something. I found something of theirs that was very disturbing. And I confronted them about it. We got into this big argument. Steven, our parents were spies for Team Galactic. All those business trips that they've been going on, they've been basically... Any rate, it was something that we were never supposed to know about. And I argued with our parents, and argued. Long story short, I don't want to get into too many details, but I convinced them to resign. They explained to me that they can't just resign over email or anything, that they actually had to physically go there. Otherwise, they would be treated as deserters. And bad things happen to people who desert. Team Galactic, apparently. They said they would do it for us. So they went and left to get themselves away and officially out of the team. And Mom made me promise not to say anything to you, because I guess they didn't want you or any of our other siblings to... I guess they were just ashamed, and they just didn't want us to know. But for me, it was already too late. So they went to resign. And then we got the call about the car accident. I don't think it was an accident, Stephen. And I can't help but feel like if I had never said anything to them, if I'd never confronted them, if I didn't convince them to resign, they'd still be alive today. They weren't doing dangerous work. Nothing that put their lives in danger. They were just getting information. I'm sorry, Stephen. We don't have to talk about it right now if you don't want to. But I just thought, after all this time, you needed to know.
Thank you.
I'm really sorry. All this time, I made you think that you were always wondering what happened to our parents, and I never could tell you. And that wasn't fair. I was just trying to respect the final wishes of our parents before they died. I haven't told any of the other siblings, and honestly, I don't know if we should. But I love you, Stephen, and I respect you. And you're going through a lot of things in your life, I know. And I don't mean to burden you about this more than I already have, but I think this is what ultimately Mom and Dad really wants, is for you to know.
I don't blame you.
I do.
Thank you for telling me.
I decided I'm gonna see someone for it. I need to start seeing somebody about it. I can't help other people if I can't even be humble enough to ask for help myself, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Good night, Stephen.
Good night, Elesea.